Well, Night Champions is this Sunday, and there's not really a new match here, but there's a special thing happening for the pre-show, and that is that Chris Jericho will be on the Peep Show with the returning Christian. Now, for those who don't know, Christian has been having some nagging injuries. I think the last time I actually saw him was on, I think, a Raw, like last year. But then again, that was, to be fair, that was because of the whole when Ric Flair was with TNA, they had the Hall of Fame exchange with the Bound for Glory exchange with the Greatest Moments. I think Christian Cage was with that, and then that's how they got Flair to be a part of the Horseman class, to be for the Horsemen to be inducted, the original four Horsemen to be well, with the exception of Ole Anderson, but that's different. That I think we talked about that a couple years ago. I think last year, actually. I don't even remember. But this happened a while ago, was the point. And Christian has not been doing a lot. I mean, the last time I think it was happening was an Intercontinental title shot on main event, and he got injured again. So they either pulled it or he got injured. I don't remember what happened. But the point is, Christian hasn't done anything recently. So for him to bring back the Peep Show of Jericho is a very interesting dynamic. But it does make an interesting point for this Orton Jericho match. If Orton gets Orton attacks him during the pre-show, then we could have Rollins, well, not Rollins, but Reigns attack. No, I'm sorry. Rollins attack Orton on the pre-show, and then whoever's match goes first, they run in and they cause the other to lose. So if Jericho and Orton, that way they can open the pay-per-view. If both are out there for Night of Champions for the pre-show, they're already out there. Why not have the match to start the show? To be fair, having Orton and Jericho open the show is very odd, as you saw on Raw with Jericho and Kane opening the show when that feud was so good back in like maybe 10, 20 years ago, maybe. Like that would have been a great opener. But to have that as an opener now is very confusing. So if you, at this point you're fantasy booking at this point, because predictions could impact the way you see this, and it could in fact actually do the booking. Because honestly, I probably could book Raw better than what has been going on the past few weeks, with some exceptions. But with the NXT thing, of course, that's going to make good reviews, and the Divas have actually done better recently. Of course, with the Brock Lesnar John Cena thing, that's going to be a big thing. So you put that on your last Raw, which they did. But back to the thing at hand here, Jericho's in this Peep Show with Christian. So the changing of the matches does have an impact on here. If Orton faces Jericho, he comes out for the Peep Show, and they have their match to open the show. Then Roman Reigns could come out, help Orton lose, do a run-in something, and then Seth Rollins could come in to the save, and then they can have their little match. Just get those both out of the way. Because if anything, these title matches are more important than these matches. That's how I would personally book that. And then maybe Rollins would... But with the Rollins match, Dean Ambrose is coming back from filming his movie. I believe it's Lunatic Fringe or something like that. And why not have Dean Ambrose come in to rekindle the feud with Rollins, and that way the Shield could have a three-way feud. You don't really see those often, but they're possible. With that being said, it goes all down to the World Heavyweight Championship match, and it depends on these matches, because it will depend if Seth Rollins will cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase at Night of Champions. Which is an interesting point here. Why isn't the briefcase on the line? Because for years the briefcases have been like mid-card titles when we had both the World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE Championship not unified. So the mid-card belts were pretty much your Money in the Bank briefcases, and in the US and the IC belts were just lower card, just workhorse belts, when they weren't really back to where they are with the unification of the World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE Championship. But this is a little bit of a bonus thing here, because with the Peep Show, I just personally love it, because with the Peep, I don't think we've had a Peep Show in years with Christian. So that's good. That's worth seeing the pre-show for. That's probably worth buying the $9.99 network which they have that little catchy song now. I can't stop laughing at a $9.99 chant for some reason. But nonetheless, Night of Champions this Sunday, and a lot of shit can come down, as you just saw.